Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Formula 1 24 Mark Bravo to Leo, and today we are heading over into the summer break, well it's season break, but it's a summer break, and doing some Monster Grand Prix. We also got a stick-up meeting as well with Mercedes, so that's the first stick-up meeting now, and let's see who am I going to be the place and who's to be my teammate. But obviously there's one person I'll be happy to love alongside, and that is Lewis Hamilton, Sir Lewis Hamilton. I don't mind George Russell, but Lewis is somebody who I looked up to in Formula 1 and world, and looked up to him massively, and I hope that I'll be able to love alongside him, maybe entirely. I don't know what the situation is, but obviously Mercedes perform and show me they can be good for the rest of the second part of the season. I can consider leading Aston Martin, but so far the Aston Martin are strong, so I don't know what to happen. We've got a lot of Lando Norris attached to, still dealing with George Russell, which is fun. I'm beating him quite often, so I'm happy about that. So doing the stick up meet, and then I'll put some updates in. So and let's see what's gonna happen. We got a meeting with Total Wolf, nice. But who is my teammate next season? And it's going to be Lewis Hamilton. Oh, man. Oh, I've heard that now. Want to make me joy the Mercedes, but I need to check for the updates, see who had much more better updates. So 75% for the Mercedes, 77% for us. But as see, me and Fernando had a win, Mercedes hadn't. So we know there is a pace difference between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. 50 upgrade apply for us and 51 upgrade apply for them. They are fit with the turn slots and we are second. Don't know if I want to join the Mercedes, but I would completely talk, because you can have an option to, side on with a different team or stay with the same team and at the end of the season. So I'm going to completely talk, because I want to show that I am interested of joining the Mercedes. So we're going to wait to see what they can do for the second part of the season. If they done a fantastic job, but there's no rumour linked down whatsoever to that job, thank God for that. He doesn't want to get bad reputation with the Aston Martin. So let's put an update in. So we are, as I see, Mercedes and I are very close with each other once we get the update in from Fernando, but Mercedes actually shot up quite a lot, so that it's good to see, I think. And as I see, Belgium Grand Prix came fourth, but it was not what you think it was. It was more of a drama around here, where everything went down with a red flag, and where I had to start on a restart, and everything. You got to go and shut it out, because it was that crazy, and it was also on wet race as well. But back to it, we have Ferrari, Williams, McLaren and Aston Martin are very close with each other. Mercedes now, that's a better team, but how long can they hold to that title? That's the question you have to ask. So we have an update for the windmill that will come in just after Monster. We also coming out for Monster, which has do not whatsoever, which is start. Okay. Like, we will need a power train. We focused on the area. 0% chance of failing, so that's good. But what I see, which one had more effect? I mean, it might go for the other mechanism over windmill. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put that the other activation mechanism. That will come in just after Monster, which is fine. We're going to the summer break, and hopefully we will have a good, obviously a good race. We're going to Monster, and hopefully the chance for the championship is still alive, because at the finish side they get closer now with me, Matt, Lando and Fernando, and potentially Charles Leclerc, who team 1, Belgium, and Matt came second, and with George that came third. and I came fourth. So let's recap the standing. So as you see, I'm starting Mrs. Stewart with 43 points behind Matt Verstappen, with Lando who at 54 points behind Matt, and Fernando Alonso is like 76 points, and Charles is like, I don't know, I can't see Matt from that down there. But going to Monza, we need one, Mercedes needs to show that they're doing well for the second part of the season to convince me to join them, and two, I need to like make sure I beat Matt very often in the second part of the season if I want to still and win my third ever driver championship, and Fernando Alonso needs to get up to where I am, as in being a podium contender and winner contender if we want to win the Construction Championship. So, we'll go ahead to the practice section, and I'll see you at the end of the long point. Now we get ready to crack on to the qualifying, but as you see, the component has been, had to be replaced, as I forgot to do it before I head into the qualifying, and obviously had the adjustment to the front wing, the car doing rear wing anyway, which I tried to prefer to keep it that way for the long point, and adjust the front wing because the weather, as you see, is now poorly rain, so I had to put on a wet tyre, which should obviously start. So hopefully I can put a good time in and save, well, basically salvage what I got, get to the end and try and make it lead to 2-2, is that the main goal. So now we're about to talk the lot, and we're going to be taking, well, that's good, P2, very good about that, but we've lumped the P11 with Alonso in P1, which is good. Maybe Alonso to be back, I don't know, but P11 for me, and we've got Newty, Madison, Doe, Ricardo, and Logan Sargent, who are out in 2-1, but now are doing 2-2. The rain is still, just poorly out, so it's likely that he's going to stay basically till the end of the qualifier, and it's unfortunate, but that's the thing we had to deal with, and obviously it kind of to shake up a lot of things, well, with each driver, but obviously with me, who's been, doing a fantastic job back in the last race, where I came P1, but we won the race, and we came P4 and everything, so obviously I'm very happy about that, but all I can hope for is try and just get to the end and finish the Tuesday and try to get a good play, and then when we go to long point, it's going to be hot there, which is good, we can try and just go for the win. But with the unfortunate situation that I solved in with the components part, it could be deemed to be unlikely, but deemed to surprise that we talked a lot and we got the pole, so P1 for us. So the weather had to be a bad thing for us. We got Nico, Ocon, Albon, Snow, and Gasly are out in 2-2 now to win Tuesday. All I can do at this point is just qualify in a good play, and obviously I think they beat Alonso, Matt Verstappen, Lando Norris, maybe Charles Leclerc. They are the contender for the championship run with me. Obviously we need to try and beat them as much as we can, especially with Matt Verstappen, and wherever I finish, I know I need to try, and even if I finish behind Matt, and he indeed finishes behind Matt at the P1, with Sergio P2, Lando P3, and I am P10, with Fernando Alonso P5.
Welcome to the home of the Parabolica, now known as the Curva Alboreto, in tribute to the Italian motorsport legend Michele Alboreto. It's a long right-hander. It dares you to keep your foot as far down on the throttle as you possibly can. It's one of the great corners on the calendar, and we're here at Monza, ahead of the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds reaching 215 miles per hour, only a few places can challenge Monza's crown as the fastest track in Formula One. Hard braking zones going into the 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some close action. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Daniel, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Albon, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly, Tsunoda, Joe, Ricciardo, Sargent, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Right, speed is key here today. We're going to want a low downforce setup. It does mean that DRS won't be as effective, but hopefully we'll be so quick we won't even feel it.
As you see, we're now getting ready to crack on the Monza Grand Prix. As you see, chose my fun wing tune where I have more comfort in my setup, but obviously had to change it due to the wet weather in the qualifier. So obviously it's ideal that I'm going to put it back down to my preference where I like it to be, and obviously with the luck on our side where we moved up one plate which is nice, which is good, and that's due to Lewis Hamilton penalty, obviously help out quite a bit for me. But obviously the one thing we have a problem is the components we have. I think it is the energy store, so we have to be smart on how managing that, and the other components that don't be the problem, but they're not bad at the energy store, but they are up there with it, so we need to try and compromise certain things. And obviously with Fernando and Land up there as well, and it's now lifestyle, and away we go with Max Verstappen on P1, had a good start himself with Sergio Perez. Hamilton, if you look at the standing, had a good start as well, with me on board, being overtaken twice by the hat, and William got Fernando on to Oscar Piastri, and Carlos Sainz have a lean-wise fight, as Sainz is the middle of the whole thing, but he got himself ahead of Oscar Piastri, but Oscar is on the outside line. He should try and get something done there, and ahead of him we got Lando Norris, who is fighting with Charles Leclerc. Obviously we know that they're the rival for the championship with them as well, and I overtook, forgot who he was, but very happy about the overtake that I've done, and that is what I overtook. I would believe it's about no time, so obviously really pleased, because obviously that means I can try and start shooting down despite having the component issue. But the steering workboard have basically pulled 1 point these stats to them really quick today, which is obviously quite unfortunate. But Lando Norris, who's obviously in a faster car compared to Ferrari, but he obviously needs to try and catch the Red Bull, and Charles Leclerc tried to find where he wanted to go, and he couldn't quite pin the point where he likes to go. And you may see Hulkenberg and Russell came together, and they have a little contact with each other for some reason, which is a bit weird situation, but obviously it happens a lot here as you obviously get competitive and try to be the better driver, be the winner basically, but they couldn't quite get it done, as we got the lock up from George and Russell, and that obviously allowed me to basically advise me to overtake whatever hat, which is Nico Hulkenberg, and that obviously slowed Russell down because he locked up, which now me I can try and go for the move. I do see dive down inside, got the overtake done. You see on the board, and obviously in the replay you see the difference. Russell made the contact with their tyre and maybe tried to take me out or something, but luckily I managed to get out just in time before he made any move on me, and somehow didn't get any underbody or side part damage, any tracking related damage, which is good. Very pleased about that, as we got Carlos Shire, who made a move on land on another fantastic overtake for Carlos Shire as he quite quick about that specific area for Taller. So obviously very brave on Carlos Shire, and obviously it's for the home day. They do want to put on a good performance, as you see both of them are fighting with each other a lot right now, and obviously Charles Leclerc is trying to prove that he's a superior driver compared to Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez and Verstappen are basically the only competitor that will be fighting with each other a lot, and we've got 4 double fights into the third tour as Fernando Alonso is right behind them, just letting them go on way for the right time, and as obviously overtake, as we know, he's obviously the legend in the motorsport. He knows what he can do, what his capability of, and we've got the move done on Charles Leclerc at the overtaken Carlos Sainz, and obviously bunch up everyone at eyes trying to attempt for the move on Fernando Alonso, but had to pull away a little bit on that. And you see a replay of how Sergio Perez overtaken Max Verstappen. So they will be fighting each other quite a lot, which is obviously something that Max don't want to deal with, because he obviously tried to win the championship and don't want anyone to try and cause a problem with him, especially his old teammate. We got locked up from Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton has locked up and went into the level, as he now plummet down to P20. What an unfortunate for Lewis Hamilton, as he obviously had the penalty that threw him down out of play, and now he made it even worse for himself, and we've got Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen are fighting each other once again, as you see Stephen Staton, the car behind. That's how quick they are around here today, which is absolutely crazy to see Perez himself ahead. And we've got Lando Norris, who is obviously got on board camera behind, where watching Fernando, Alton, Russell and me all fight each other for that shuffle for a point, basically the last bit of a point, which is P10 at this point. So, we'll definitely want our fantasy fight, which is absolutely like something chaotic now. I would have to hope that nothing bad will happen from it, that will be absolutely disastrous, especially with me, who got with an issue, and Fernando Alonso, who obviously has been lacking in pace quite lately. Not sure, but obviously hopefully he will make a good comeback going to Monza, and obviously on 4th, so he need that comeback, but if he wanted to try and win the Construction Championship. And we had George Russell, who obviously tried to attempt something with me, but he unfortunately lost the play to Nico Hulkenberg, and he obviously, I think he went for the inside line, where Russell tried to the inside, but closed the door on him, which obviously forced him to slow up so much that he doesn't want to be slowed up like that. But Russell had re-overtaken Nico Hulkenberg, and you see Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon at he now going for the move on the outside line, and they are obviously going to be having quite a fight going to the third corner. We've got Ferrari, who's now got a fight with McLaren, as you see Piastri is obviously moving right in line, where he can try to sneak by, and Charles Leclerc obviously spotted that, and he tried to defend that, and especially with defending Carlos Sainz at the same time. So they had to be very lucky with no damage come with it anyway. And obviously with me, we've got our engineer that asked me to overtake Fernando Alonso before lap 10, which is a bit weird, because I think you should prioritise Alonso over me, which is my component is quite more now. But I guess maybe on the data I am quicker than Alonso, but it won't last long anyway. But if it's the other and the other, we will obviously be always be in the play for the whole day, and we won't have the pace to be able to try to beat Alonso quite easily. As you see, I'm actually going for the move on the inside, going for a massive dive bomb, and I went for it because I was like, right, let's just go for it and see if it's true that I'm quicker than Alonso, and hopefully that will allow me to try build the confidence. And I'm not feeling very confident today due to the component issue, which obviously stopped a lot, but we have to deal with what we can. So obviously we should keep our chin up and just push through it, and just hope for the best that we can finish in point that to go for. But but right now with Alonso, who's obviously the Twitter man, the person me, I think I'll probably end up working with him and try and just slingshot him and get him ahead and try to catch Ocon and then slowly make the point that contacting Norris, Ferrari and Piastri. That's obviously the main job I'm trying to do right now. But obviously in my own head, there is a bit of a nervousness because I want to show I can be a good driver, so kind of like the ego got in the way of it as well, as I obviously got for the move on the inside and overtaken Fernando Alonso and Steve George Russell, who obviously were up there at one point and then started falling down a bit, which is obviously quite unfortunate. And if you look back, what happened with Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes not performing the way they wanted to perform today, and that obviously looks bad because there's been rumour going around with me and Mercedes where I could be considering joining them maybe next season or in the future. Because obviously I've been down all the time as my dream team, but right now the way they are performing is not good luck for them. And we've got Fernando Alonso right behind with the Dialda. He's not going to move, barely put any effort in the defending, because like, what's the point of doing that? But the problem here is, Alonso is a little bit slow, but as you see, he obviously went to the corner, but he was braking quite early, or he just wasn't on point with his driving style right now. That obviously made me wonder, does he have an issue as well, as we had a contact just happened right there between me and Alonso, and that obviously allowed Albon to go for the move on the inside line basically, and had to stay behind Alonso as Albon is trying to go for the double overtake, as I'm right in the middle, trying to keep it out of no problem, no damage or anything like that. But luckily we escaped that, which is good, and me and Alonso are back to our original position, but it's not going to last long because Albon, he obviously won't try to join him, but with Russell, big time, George Russell is now doing to make a move on me, and I've been almost double overtaken, and we made a contact with Alonso on his tyre, but unfortunately we were trying to keep it clean. We are obviously, we know in each other in our head, we are trying to be a teammate, trying not to cause too much issue, but that's obviously not the main goal around here. But I know I'm the reason one right now, with our car as being very different to the component issue, and George Russell tried to cause the problem issue. Not doing a lot because I don't want to have to deal with George as the obviously someone who from Mercedes as well, as I forced Alonso to try to kick him out of the corner. That was obviously my mistake, and I know he's going to be really annoyed about that, as we still in lap 11 about to come out of the parabola. Alonso, he got on the inside, but I tried to slow down a little bit because I wanted to pit early anyway. We were supposed to pit next lap or something, but I went in early, hoping that will help my component issue, trying to cool it down as much as I can. And we've got Leclerc, who is fighting with Piastri, got Carlos, who is fighting with Esteban Ocon. I can't lie, Ocon is putting on a very good performance. It's incredible, but with my pit stop just finished, then my pit stop issue was just continually stuck a lot, and I just don't know why that had to happen. It's almost like it's going from bad to worse in a blink of eye, which is not good. So hopefully that will happen again. But we're not going to pit, but obviously we stayed with car and stayed with car. I just see Max Verstappen and Sergio, it's like 8 stacks in the head. So they are pretty much finishing 1-2 at this point. And both McLaren are now going at it with each other, and this is not what Lando wants. Obviously he's the closest at the moment to the leading championship, which is Verstappen. But we've now got triple car and just going into the pit. So obviously that helped out a little bit for me, but it's almost like I probably wouldn't survive for long. So I have to hope that I can manage everything in my car and try to take it home, to try not to have a crash or something like that. So that'll be a very bad look, because I will lose my rating. So obviously I don't want that to happen, but our objective is to charge my Iana. But I need to use it if I want to try and make the undercut work. So I need to try to just use it. And obviously we got 3 laps, so roughly about that time, that's when more time with pit to the next lap, so we've got quite enough time to be able to try and get the top down and recharge everything that that and now we've got Verstappen who's just gone into the pit. Sergio is obviously currently leading the Grand Prix right now, and I believe that Lando has gone in as well with Lando Norris, and I think George Russell I don't think George Russell has gone in. Perez, who is now leading the Monster Grand Prix as Ferrari of Leclerc has just gone out with Lando Norris gone out as well. We've got Ocon just gone out, so the Williams are actually doing a exceptional job, but this is where the undercut took work for me, but unfortunately no tax to car ahead. But I've beaten Nico Hulkenberg, which is good, but that's P13, so there's still a couple more cars that hasn't pitted just yet. So hopefully we will try and tap the car ahead and see if we should sort in place or not. But with Fernando Alonso, who's obviously our target in point, that obviously helps a lot with our situation, and I know that maybe he's struggling with an issue as well. I think we know he's been slowing or something like that, but hopefully that won't be as bad as my problem is. So let's see how the race goes. We've still got that hard way through, so obviously there's still a long way to go, and hopefully drama happen, mistake happen, safety car come down, red flag, gosh knows what will happen today, because we're still hard way. We've got Nico behind her, who's obviously showing up with pace, and he's obviously with a very good job, and Fernando has just gone into the pit, and hopefully maybe I beat him to undercut, and then he can use me or with the DRS or something like that. We've got Max Verstappen, who's now caught up to Perez as they are fighting for P1 in the third turn as they come down off the pit exit. Sergio Perez is now remaining the lead. Max Verstappen couldn't get Perez in time to be able to maintain his own lead, but Perez has smashed it and has done a good job in the pit and has done a fantastic job. But you've got someone gone off the track, and that is me, as I obviously tried to turn, but I think it was Hulkenberg that was right there. I couldn't quite get the turning in time to have the back out, and I didn't when I got over and stopped his turn, because that will make very severe damage on my underbody, and unfortunately these starting penalty on top of that, the 13 starting penalty, and I was like, wow, hell, the race is over anyway, because we got 13 starting penalty, was over by the time I had the 10 starting penalty, but I felt like I didn't deserve that 10 starting penalty due to the fact that I took the avoiding action, but apparently had made the contact with George Russell, just rammed into George Russell as he tried to move on the outside. We constantly going back and forth with our bumpy car, but somehow the damage wasn't there. It's absolutely incredible sight to see. We got Fernando Alonso and George, who's obviously trying to make a move against me. We got Max Verstappen, who just tried to fight with Sergio Perez for the lead, tried to take it back for himself, but Perez, who's been showing up to work, he's doing everything he can, and he's done a very good job in defending and to Max. But how long to Perez hold on to that, but he's just been overtaken by Verstappen. So how long can he survive? Gosh no, how long Verstappen should survive against someone like Sergio Perez? Got Carlos Sainz, who is fighting with Nico Hulkenberg, obviously with Nico, who's doing a fantastic work today. He obviously, scares me where I couldn't really make the turn and gave me the second penalty, but I do know it was my own fault, and right now I just think I've been very reckless, going into the wall or something like that, because I was getting really overwhelmed with all of this chaos that's just happened to me, with just being double overtaken by Russell, about to get overtaken by Albon, but we managed to not get double overtaken, but we're beaten by George and Alonso, who's behind twice the party, even though he was doing a good job. But that's what happened to you when the car don't perform the way you wanted it to, and I think he got like the internal issue. As you see, I got into the pit because I was like, it's over, and the reason why I pitted is because I didn't want to bring the 10-second penalty to the next race. So I think he logically joined to the pit, removed that 10-second penalty we do have to do with that. That's what I've done. I sacrificed that and I'm fine with it. But now in lap 21, got Ocon who jumped to win absolute on defending again to Charles Leclerc, but unfortunately he locked it out to Charles as he gone for the move and taken P4. Got Verstappen and Perez continue, doing everything they can do to take the win in Monza, and obviously Perez, who hasn't managed to get the win this season, he came close back to the Imola, which is the first Italian Grand Prix this season, and obviously he knocked it out to Lando Norris, and I came third, unfortunately. But we now got Ocon, who's caught up to Charles Leclerc, as he obviously tries to fight the area where he wants to overtake. We've got Otto Piastri behind this one. Lando Norris, you can see in the standard, is 10 seconds behind, but that's how quick the Red Bull is today. And we've got Alonso just went for the move. I believe that was double overtake on Carlos Sainz and Alexander Albon. What a move from Fernando Alonso. That showed experience and making right there from Alonso, and he's done a fantastic job. He's in now in P7, which is good. That obviously helped with our points fighting in the construction. We've got Hulkenberg, who's fighting with Alexander Albon for P9, Russell and Alonso are fighting for P7. There's loads of cars that really are up with each other, and Carlos Sainz, who were right up in that P4, P5 at one point, robbed the P11, that tower that closed the whole fight has been, and all the snowfall that has been happening, that obviously brought out everything like drama and all of that stuff that's been happening so far this night. We're back on board with both Red Bull as Sergio and Max are very comfortable with the lead of 1-2, but with them two fighting a lot, that could help Lando Norris, but they are 11.6, so with the fight that's been happening, they're still increasing time, which is absolutely crazy. So that means they must be working with each other quite often, but only one winner today, so we wait to see what will happen at Alonso, who should overtake George Russell after fantastic overtake from Fernando. Obviously very pleased about that now P7 for himself, and we've got Matt and Perez and continue fighting again, as Perez now managed maintaining his lead, and Matt obviously has really good exit to try to show the pace and try to get ahead of Sergio Perez and Leclerc all trying to fight with each other. Matt Verstappen has just got off in smoke. Right now, Matt Verstappen is out of the lane. That helps a lot in my situation. I can't lie, after seeing right in P19, Matt is going to go all the way down, and obviously seeing Lando Norris is about to talk by Matt Verstappen. I think a little quick look to him, but you can, I think, laughing at his face. Obviously he's really close to him now in the championship, that now pretty much gone down to maybe 25 points or something. A Perez, who was obviously leading, fighting, he's now in a comfortable place to win the Monza Grand Prix, unless something happens to him as well. We've got Ocon, who tolerantly repeatedly with a fantastic job against Charles Leclerc, and we now enter into the final lap for Sergio Perez in Monza Grand Prix. What can Sergio do in this final lap? Can he keep it together? Make sure that no mechanical issue like Max has had, and obviously with that issue that Max had, it's just really unfortunate for Max Verstappen, because he obviously would need to perform short loads of points as he can, and try to pull away as well. This Lando Norris is behind Matt, but that will happen now, and we've got a fight with Ocon, Charles Leclerc and Otto Piastri, as Charles now got P3, Ocon P4, Piastri P5 with George Russell and Alonso in fight with each other. The final spot in P6 as Alonso the inside line, but unfortunately took the tighter turn that allowed George Russell to have a good exit. He's on a wider turn, which is obviously proving more effective for you. And we've got Piastri now right there with a Shibano Ocon tailing right on him. Ocon just needs to put that master defense, but we've got Piastri with a DRS. Ocon, I believe, doesn't have a DRS, so Ocon needs to do a good job on defending. We've got Otto Piastri try to move on the inside. Ocon moves the top. What's the defense from Ocon after fantastic and ran it on Old Town, and we got Sergio Perez about to cross the line to take the win of the Monza Grand Prix. What a way was it for Sergio Perez and Lando now going to take P2 back. Will help out in the championship, and Leclerc taking P3. What a night has it been for everybody.
And Sergio Perez takes the checkered flag and wins.
And as we get closer to the end of this year's championship, Crofty, every race that you put together well now really sets you up for crossing the finish line in the championship in the best possible position. It's moments like this right now that really matter.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sports that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Sergio Perez has taken his first win of the series, I believe it is, and he came close back to the Imola, but he stuck to the attempt at the Italian Grand Prix. He had finally done it, and he's taken a win for this season with Lando Norris in P2 and Charles Leclerc in P3, where he came really close, losing out to Ocon, but beat him to it, and that obviously unfortunate for Ocon to be really good. You see him on the podium, obviously he's taken my place at the Williams seat. But from my part, after the horrendous day, with the obviously the components being absolutely like bad, worn out, need to remember chasing that and going all the way down with obviously 10 second penalty, which is not good enough. And we got Fernando Alonso, who was up at the P5, but the P7, as he locked it to George Russell was unfortunate. But point is still a point anyway. But with me, up the P18, Matt, who had the end that helped a lot, and allowed another, he's now 36 points, or not 25, 36 points behind Matt, with me 43, and from Red Bull are now poor 39 points, and the Sergio Perez win, that obviously helped to secure the construction, but not exactly secure just yet. It's still very close fight, we should need to do better when we go into the next way, and our rival is Lando Norris. This is obviously not good because he and I are currently rival in the championship, fighting for the World Championship against Max as well, and Fernando Alonso can be involved, but he has not performed the way I have, and Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. So hopefully we can do a good job when we go into the tactics Grand Prix, which is one of the Grand Prix that I almost won in. So hopefully we can do a good job when we're doing this tactics. So thanks for watching, please like and just like my video, do well, and peace out.